I wish I had an answer for you. I don't have an answer for you other than this is the worst thing that I've ever seen happen in terms of free speech, investigation of crimes in our democracy. I've never heard of anything like this. We have a total censorship. I have to work day and night to get this out. I go on local television and radio. I think I did 12 today. I'm losing my voice. But I want the American people to hear that the Biden family, while he was vice president, received somewhere between $30 and $40 million from foreign countries. Some of it obviously bribes. And the documentation is here. It's all over my den. It's all over my den. And every day we discover something new, like this audio recording in which he makes it clear that he and his father are witnesses in the Devon Archer criminal case. I thought his father didn't know about his dealings. I mean, he's talking to a stripper, and he makes it clear to the stripper, who actually tells him that she's recording him. He makes it clear that they are in business. He and his father are in business with a Chinese communist spy and the richest man in China, who's also a Chinese communist intelligence agent. He says that. I didn't make it up.
Right. Let's talk about that. The Southern District of New York, Hunter Biden complaining that Devon Archer has identified he and his father, and that there is a Southern District of New York investigation or prosecution. What do you make of that?
Well, what I make of it is somebody in the U.S. Attorney's Office did something very improper by calling him and warning him, because he says that. He said the U.S. Attorney called me and told me. What's the U.S. Attorney doing calling him? That has to be a very political U.S. Attorney. Seems to me that's probably a U.S. Attorney who worked in the Senate. So you go figure out who that was. I mean, this is creepy. It's disgusting. And it is very dirty. The Democrat Party at the highest level, not the regular Democrats, they're wonderful people. At the highest level, this party has a cancer. And it's corruption, and it began with the Clintons, and it's not going to end until the head is chopped off, until they got thrown out of office. Pelosi, look at all their kids and husbands who made a fortune. Harry Truman had a saying, and he was an honest Democrat. You can always tell a crooked politician he's one that starts poor and ends rich. Well, Joe started real poor, and he's very rich.
Yeah. Well, you were one of the most successful prosecutors in the history of the Southern District, a storied district for U.S. attorneys. We've got an attorney general who had an opportunity to be, if you will, historic and storied. All of this is percolating up through the federal government, leading agency, the FBI, run by none other than William Barr, the Attorney General. He has gone radio silent. He is not only not doing anything, he is not saying anything. It's as if he has decided to test out his witness protection program, Rudy. What's the deal?
I shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh because I'm so upset. It almost makes me sick to my stomach to see what's happening both to the press and to law enforcement. This is total corruption. I don't know what Bill Barr is doing. I can't speak for Bill. To me, Bill has always been an example of really a very, very highly ethical, really terrific lawyer and attorney general. But I have to say, the FBI sitting on this for 7 or 8 months is a travesty of justice, including some of the issues here involving endangerment of children. It's disgraceful, actually.
We have just a few days to go until the election. Do you think there is a chance in hell that we're going to see any of the documents and the conclusions that emerge from all of this before Election Day?
Well, I don't think you're going to see all of it emerge. I think you're going to see a few more getting out this painful way where you got to do it all day long with local stations, because NBC, CBS, ABC, CNN, you just name it, all the Democrat surrogates, which is what they really are, will not print it. And I can't see any justification for not printing this and not letting the American people know, at least know the words of Hunter Biden when he says, for 30 years, I've had to give my father half of what I pull in. And he's clearly a bag man, Lou. I've done many of these cases, and it's disgraceful what he did to his son. His son's a drug addict. For 30 years, he has him doing this kind of work. He ruined the guy. He ruined him. He ruined his own son.
Rudy,
because he's so greedy.
I can't help but think of President Trump's words in 2015 and 16. He said it's rigged. He said it's crooked. He said the elections are rigged and the Democrats are crooked. He's not any less accurate in 2020. Rudy, we thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Good to see you. Come back soon.